Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2023 Shark Tank Shootout. That's what we've got for you for the event this evening. And it should be a good one because we've got Cody Willis taking on good friend Eric Gregory with the first match of the stream, folks. So looking forward to this one. William Stuart here, per usual. We want to welcome you to our coverage because we're in for a weekend full of fun. We do apologize for the tardy nature. We said 7 o'clock, but a little bit later than 7 o'clock. We did suffer from a couple internet outages, but hopefully all is good to go now as we get a big 190, as they say overseas, for Mr. Eric Gregory. Of course, this is, like I said, the Shark Tank Shootout. This is a split bowl event, and this is 7-0. Is it 7-0 or 5-0? I believe it's 7-0 for our pro. It's 5-0 for this one, 7-0 down the road for our pro events. Sorry, we were talking about that one, and I got out in front of me. It's just me this weekend. We're going to have Mr. Ryan Mooningham probably joining us virtually, as he actually had an issue with his back and wasn't able to make the event this weekend. So, I mean, that's unfortunate, but we all know that that kind of happens, and you want to take care of yourself. So we wish Ryan Mooningham the best of luck as he gets his recovery going. And like I said, we'll try to get him on the mic here shortly. As he said, he's available to help us out. So should be fun having him in the mix. How about this? We do have a couple different looks for you. We got this overhead view of our throwing area. Nice little side view of our board. Big shot there for Eric, putting him in checkout range. He's going to hit another big low ton here in this one. That's a 135. I thought it was a 180, but I guess it bounced out into the, or it was into the 15. Or the trip 15 instead of that trip 20. Trip 15, trip 5. My apologies. We stumble all over the road here as we get going. $20 or 12 for tops for Eric. He went for that 12 route. Now I'll go, oh no, double 15. Now he's on a bogey, and he just laughs it off. I just either bust it or hit the single one for double 8 here, bud. That's what I would do. And he hits the double again. Oh, my word here. As Cody Willis is going to have an opportunity to whittle this on down. Could make it interesting. We'll find out. He kind of laughs it off as well. Can't blame him there. All righty. Let's see how Eric goes about this one. 7 for double 4. And he's just into the case of the neighbors. Rough go for Mr. Eric Gregory. This is a single elimination event. So I wanted to mention that as we look at double 12. Oh, just inside for Cody Willis. 15's the look once again for Eric, and he's just hitting the neighbors, and that's well off, let's be honest. Unless he was going 3 there. I figured he'd stick with the same routine of going 7. Here's a double 2, down to double 3. I'll be honest, this is a little bit unlike these folks to miss this much. A little painful on both of these fellas as they just try to laugh it off and move along here. So he was going 3 double 2 last go around, as Eric Gregory will get the first leg here in our Shark Tank Shootout. This is a top 16 match. I wanted to mention that. And it is cork every leg. I don't know if I like that pretty much. I more like it alternate, but does make it a little bit interesting, because that start could be massive when you really think about it. We do want to thank Sharks Billiards and Sharks Restaurant and Billiards for allowing us to come to this event once again and stream it. Thank you for letting us be a part of the action here once again. Looking forward to a good weekend as Eric goes downstairs for the trip 19s. Does recover with that last. Low ton for Willis. Those that haven't seen Eric throw, it's hard to, you probably are newer to the game, but because Eric's been around for a while. He does throw from the front of his dart, almost literally at the tip of the dart is where he throws from. So kind of a more unique throwing angle there for Eric. Let's actually take a look at this. I want to take a peek at that. You can kind of see he's right at the front of his barrel there. So interesting play there for Eric Gregory. I do love that side shot. It is a magnificent look at the angles of these players, but it does suck if you don't have the full angle. There we go. This is a best of 5 leg match. I haven't mentioned that already. Oh, no. It's actually, sorry. It's not best of 5. They bumped it up this year. They bumped it up in the top 8, not the top 16. So it's actually a best of 3. So gritty stuff here. In the top 8 and the top 4, we will move to that best of 5 format. Our finals this year, instead of being that 2 out of 3, is going to be a best of 7. And I love that because we're extending out a little bit here. And it just makes it more entertaining, more appetizing for us viewers to have that better, longer final. Oh, yes. Eric Gregory getting that one as he wins this 2-0 and will best Cody Willis in this one. As that will do it for the first match on the stream. We will, if you're curious about where you can find the brackets, let me go ahead and take a little copy-paste action here, and I'll put that in the chat for you folks so you can see who's in it, but we'll verbally give it to you here in just a second. All right, there's that bracket for you folks. It does look like the individuals still in this event. Eric Gregory will take on Jay Yeager next on board number 8. Bob McCoy will take on Jake Womack, who made the trip over here. Steve Hilger taking on Garrett Rakowski right now in an all-Wisconsin battle in the top 8. And then it looks like Dustin Holt is taking on Gordon Goodwin in the top 8 as well. So next up for us will be our semifinals, and hopefully we'll get both semis and the finals. So I'll make my way over to our scoring table, which, as you can see, our tournament staff there in the top right. That's Miss Carrie Blackledge, Eric Blackledge, and Terry Stevenson. Also, Michael Walters helping them out this weekend. So big appreciation to them for their doing this weekend. So, all right, hang tight. We'll get that semifinal coming your way here next on USA Darts and the Shark Tank Shootout, folks. We appreciate you being here. Don't go anywhere. We got an exciting weekend of coverage for you. All righty, everybody. Just giving you a quick update. It looks like Bob McCoy is into the semifinals, beating Jacob Womack. A surprising little finish there. We don't know much about Bob, and by we, I mean Mr. Ryan Mooningham joining me in the background. Ryan, how's it going, my man?
Oh, pretty good. It's first Shark Tank that I haven't personally been there as a player / commentator. So I'm gonna just fill the commentator role this weekend with you, Will.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. We mentioned you tweaked your back a little bit, which is unfortunate, but yeah, this Shark Tank shootout, it's always one that I love to attend. I know that you do as well. It's just one of those events, man. It's just one of those events that you want to participate in. It's a phenomenal dart tournament. Um, Lots of support, lots of viewership we get for this tournament. What's your initial thoughts on being here?
Well, I'll tell you, some of the biggest views that you and I have ever seen in USA Darts production has come from the Shark Tank shootout. Personally, the very first year I did win the open singles. I was able to beat a guy by the name of Gary Brooks. I think you guys know who that person is. Then last year is where Danny and Hannah met. So I met Danny Jensen last year at the Shark Tank shootout. Now he's part of my family.
Yeah, that's a little absurd and crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, and it's crazy because, Danny's overseas right now in England, and Hannah's home with the baby, and it's their it could have been their reunion tour, but things didn't fall in place.
Yeah, that happens. That happens. You got to take care of your duties overseas, especially when you're a PDC player. So, all right, we just wanted to give you a quick little update on what's coming your way here. We do apologize for not getting underway a little bit sooner. The event's gone a little bit quicker than we anticipated, but we also had a couple outages that we had to deal with and whatnot. So it is unfortunate, but that's how it goes, right? So, all right.
Well, it's crazy. The venue is it's got great food and it's got a great atmosphere. So what we're showing on the streams is going to be just a quarter of really the action that's really going on right now.
You're 100% right, man. The food here is immaculate. It's amazing. Can't go wrong with some of the food here. And then just being here in person, I mean, they got 39 boards, 40 boards this year. So, yeah, they're doing it right. And I hear that they have a new area to work with. So they've actually are going to extend the venue out next year.
Excellent.
So, more space for more boards. But all righty, well, we'll step away for just a second. We wanted to give you an update on who's coming your way and what to anticipate next year on USA Darts. We appreciate you being here. Will Stuart, Ryan Mooningham. We'll be right back with some semifinal and final action here at the Shark Tank Shootout in Shawnee, Kansas. All righty, everybody. Looks like we're ready to go with some more action as Garrett Rakowski will take on Bob McCoy here in our first semifinal match. Ryan Mooningham joining me. I am, of course, William Stuart. Thanks for joining us here on USA Darts as we get underway with the Shark Tank Shootout. Ryan, what's your thoughts on this match? Of course, we got the bullet, Garrett Rakowski. He's a quality talent. But Bob, we found out, has been playing for quite some time now. 35 years, been taking some stints where he took a couple breaks, huh?
Yeah, I mean, 35 years, you probably had 10 or 15 years you traveled. You took 6 or 7 years off, depending on life. We see players that come out real strong, and then they raise their children, and then they change jobs or they retire, and then we see them back on the streams and back in the hunt in these big tournaments that you didn't know that they were. When you're a new player, you didn't know who they were.
Exactly. Garrett starting off right with some triple 20s, big 180 to lead us off.
That's what Porky just told me in the background, that Garrick was a $1.80 machine on him.
Well, what Hilger didn't tell you is he almost hit a 9 tonight as well. So how about that?
I was just Garrett. We have seen at Whammo, we have seen at the Booyah Cup multiple times through the bull shooter. He is coming up strong and fast. I'd like to see him stretch his wings a little bit as life allows.
Yeah, that's the thing. If life allows him to get out further, he does have a couple kids, I believe, 2 or 3. 2 kids and a lovely wife.
Yeah, I think it's 3 kids, and I don't think they're too terribly old.
No, they're very young, and that's the thing. That's what he expressed to me in the past. Is it's hard for me to get around to all these events because of that. Big 180 from Bob McCoy. How about that? Oh, sorry, a low ton. Deceived by the one of those darts into the trip 1. Yeah, but I mean, if Garrett can get out to some more steel tip events, man, he could be quality. Look at this. Another one to leave 56. Fantastic.
56 after 9. That's going to be tough to deal with for anybody in this field. Yeah, it's life in general. I mean, the darts in the United States is not a true profession for just a handful. So raising a family comes first, darts comes second. You would love to see someone like Garrett Krakowski, in and out of the big tournaments, because the man can play darts.
He can. We've seen the likes of Rick Hinsey, what he's been able to do on the steel tip side as well as the soft tip side. I wanted to mention him because, well, he's been making a run in the DPFL, doing fantastic work there. And him and his boy did well at Music City last year. So it just goes to show you, some of these soft tip players, man, they're not soft tip players, they're dart players. And that's what we need to start recognizing them as.
And that's the thing that over the years, that I always try to be a balanced player. I want to be able to walk into a soft tip tournament and compete, walk into a steel tip tournament and compete. I know that there are those players who are heavy on the steel. There's some players that are just heavy on the south. 9 times out of 10, it's all because of their area and their tournament situations. There's tops. Nice check for Garrett Rakowski. 56 after 9, then he messes around just a little bit, but that doesn't keep him from getting the leg. No, but so it is nice to see some of that crossover.
Yeah, it is, and it's diddle every leg. I kind of would like to see the alternate myself, but to each their own as we get some waves in the background. Here.
Well, this is a shootout, so remember, if it was a long format, best of 9, stuff like that, maybe, but this being a shootout, yeah, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, they did extend the format, which is nice. I mean, last year our finals was best of 3. This year,
yeah, that is definitely a true shootout.
Yeah, best of 7 this year for our finals, and of course you see it here, best of 5 for our semis. So Garrett once
again. Does he got it in him?
Man, look at this, Ryan.
Oh, we wanted the third.
He definitely wanted the third. As I forgot I got a paper in front of me because now I'm the score person for their game. We did get a question in here. What's the next event we will be at? That is going to be which city up in Nashua, New Hampshire. Not this coming weekend, but the weekend after. So looking forward to being up there in Nashua once again for the Which City Open. Brought to you by the Minutemen Dart League.
They have some talented players in that area. Oh, boy, howdy.
A lot of talented players. That was, I think it still is the biggest league in the world, if I'm not mistaken. But at one point, they had 10,000 members, and now I think they have somewhere around 3,000 members.
Yeah, I mean, and there could be like everyone's starting to see some growth in their leagues and some, they could be on their next rebound. The other thing that people don't realize is when you go to Which City or Seacoast, hey, your folks from across the border are going to be there. And they're coming to play darts.
And there's some top shots in that right in that neck of the woods of Canada, right across the border. There's some quality players that come down to make that event. Jim Long won. I believe we'll probably see him. Maybe a few more.
Depending on the PDC tour schedule, we usually see Jeff Smith in some fashion, either Seacoast or Which City or both. Syracuse is another one. Bob McCoy definitely in the backside of this leg. Rakowski out in front. McCoy has got to have to triple. Needs another triple here. Go to the 19s.
Anna Morietti joining us, the tournament director for Which City, as well as Danny Baggish. What's going on, Danny? And, of course, Mr. Steve Hilger joining us, talking barbecue. This dude made two pit stops in an hour today for lunch food.
I think we need. You got travel baggage. I think you need to do the Porky food venue.
Buddy, we've already been working on that. How about that? We've got an Adventures with Porky that started off with him interviewing the ugly mug of the day, Phil Glosky over there, Mickey Mousky as we call him. Now we're going to start doing some food reviews with Porky because, man, oh, man, could those get interesting. That does look delicious.
Let's see if Garrett goes 19s or 20s. He's looking up top.
Oh, my goodness. Right into that trip one. Unfortunate, and does it again. So here we go. Bob looking at double 16 to pull off a 1-1 scoreline here.
Right in the heart.
With authority.
And I can see Garrett's the face on that one. Opens the first leg with a 41 average. That one drops down to 30. Not too happy. Bob, it looks like he's just steady Eddie. Stay with the pace. Come through. Won the leg. Wins the cork here. Can put Garrett on his heels.
Bob did say his kids have been pushing him out to get out and about more now that they're a little bit grown. He said that, so.
Porky is no gentleman. Boy, that cork is huge in this.
It is
cork
massive,
is huge because you know you got to go ton plus to get on.
Of course, Garrett getting the start here once again. And he's starting off great, man. Hitting at least 2 triples every time he comes up to start off a leg. That is damaging to your opponent.
You can definitely tell Bob is a seasoned vet. He didn't trip one first start, didn't really phase in his motions right into the 20s, the second 2 and the third one. So, a newer player would have just dropped their head or pulled to the left or been upset. Bob just went through it. Steady Eddie.
Yeah, he says he was able to find his darts here fast. Let's be real about that. I mean, 35 years, you're going to pick them up, and you're going to find your groove here. Let's be honest. It's not hard to do when you've had that much experience, but it does take a little time, but we'll see if he can. I mean, the semifinal's nice. This is a single elimination, but he's come through a couple individuals. Look at this from
Does he
Garrett.
got a third?
He does. Massive,
Call it out.
massive from Garrett Rakowski. That is a big 180. Benny Durst says takes longer for others in regards to
especially when you get in your 50s.
Oh my goodness. Benny, good to have you here, sir. Thanks for joining us. He still makes his way out to tournaments every now and then. Good shot there from Garrett Rakowski. Takes out the 98 with 2 darts, 45.55 for a 2-1 lead.
Do you feel pressure to get this cork if you're Bob?
You have to.
You
have
think
to feel
I
a
gotta
little bit of
have this
pressure
cork?
here.
I've got to start this leg.
And he does well starting off there. I mean, it's easy to kind of, when you're starting off there, it's easy to chili dip one and put one underneath, Benny
Right in the
gave
black.
it to you. Benny gave it to you. He said, easy guy, I'm only 46. Well, Ryan, how old are you, bud?
49.
Oh, you're creeping up on it, my guy. You're creeping up
I
on
know,
it.
that's the problem.
Oh,
And
wow.
by the time I raised all 5 kids and started playing darts, I was in my 40s.
5 kids. Now you got a little mullet running around. What are you going to do with that one?
Actually, well, let's talk about this trip 20 that he's getting ready to throw. There you go. 180.
My goodness.
Yeah, the baby's doing pretty good.
So I believe 4 times. This is the 4th leg that Garrett Rakowski has started off with 2 triples to open us off.
Opening leg 180.
A 123.
123.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just massive. Bob follows him in with a nice 140 just to kind of keep himself in there. But that's the thing. You see the darts there for Garrett. He put that second one right over the top of the first, and that's because of
He
the
doesn't
angle
move. He keeps.
and those flights, man.
Yeah, if you notice, he doesn't move his body very much. He just moves the elbow.
Yeah.
And his eyes is always on the prize. He never takes his eyes off that board.
In it
Has he
once
got a
again,
third?
man. Wow.
Mm.
It's still massive. A 140 there to leave 81.
Bob's got to have a two triple turn here to really put the pressure on. Down to the 19s. It's a good lead. Garrett leads at 140's checkable.
But this 81 can go 57 for double 12.
Oh, you got to go to the 12.
And he's going for it. Look at this. Double 13 outside for Rakowski. But Bob with a tall task of 140.
You think he goes triple stops?
I don't know, man. That's tough. It's all determined on
no out.
position. Now he can't go out at all.
Bob, you're not out of it yet. Garrett goes inside 13. We've seen what Gregory did in the top 16. Oh,
The 18 wide here.
can't say yay or nay on that.
Oh. That is difficult. And it's double top to go to a decider. That was just outside. Oh, difficult.
Doesn't break his motion.
Gets
Bob
it great.
did not break his motion.
Yeah, great shot to overcome and grab that one to tie us up 2-2 here. As Garrett says, that's how it should be. That's why we're here in the background in regards to Bob saying I probably didn't deserve that one.
See, the problem with the soft tip board's going to mark that 13. It could have been a double. It could have been a single. It could have been a flight that hit it. You know, if it had been a steel tip board that didn't stick, it would have been a miss.
Yeah, well, clearly I missed it. I mean, I shot over to that double 13 a little too late there because I didn't even see I was just focused on the board there. But
yeah, it's just an unlucky.
That's what it is, and sometimes it's not even the tip that hits it; it's something else, you know. And
yeah,
is what it is.
We've had fantastic corking in the final leg. Little nerves? Come on now. Yeah. It's just the semifinals.
Once again, this is our semifinals here. Last leg decider. We will have the other semifinals and finals of our event. That's the only coverage we've got for you this evening. They do have a blind draw going on as well. But we at least wanted to jump on here and give you some of the Shark Tank shootout coverage because it is definitely a great bit of action. Let's be honest. Split bull, 501. It's appetizing, man. It's appetizing.
Best of 5, 2-2 scoreline, and both guys open up with solid 60s. Who wants it? Who wants it?
That is the question here. They're fighting it out. I mean, big opportunity here is well, they've actually got split up payments here, which is kind of weird. I'm sure they'll figure that out down the road because they got third and fourth payments, but it's $150 for third, $100 for fourth, seconds $250, and $100 for first. So I don't know if they're just going to split that to $125 for third and fourth. I assume that's what they do. That must have just been a typo. Big 180.
Boom. That's a clutch round right there. McCoy has got to hit right here.
He's got to come up with at least two. At least two.
He's going to drop to the 19s. Is this the momentum shift? Is this Garrett Rakowski's 180-180?
Well, the pressure is still on to hit a triple here, and he's at least whittled it down to a checkout opportunity. For Mr. Bob. It's a little bit more difficult. He can't just keep it in the one wedge. He's got to kind of maneuver around here. But that certainly will help, Ryan. That will help as well.
Stay there.
Massive.
That's
from
clutch.
Bob.
That is clutch. 180 when you need it.
So this 161, you feel it has to go, don't you?
It's got to go, and it's going to be in the black. It's not. Nope. Oh, not happy. Not happy. Not happy. Does he go bull 17 or double bull double 16? Does he go the 42 route? What do we got?
I would go bull.
I go bull because I like the 17 and then I like to go the top. But what does Bob want to do?
Yeah, 25-17 tops is my route. But he's going to go with the 54-28, Ryan. And he gets it. My goodness.
I didn't call it. You didn't call it. He goes, watch this, boys. 54 for 28.
Rakowski can't even believe it. He just shakes his hand and says, good shooting. And we'll have to move on as Bob McCoy secures a final spot here at the Shark Tank Shootout in Shawnee, Kansas. Wow. What a big shot there for him to take the win.
Pkwy goes up 2-1, has an opportunity to win the fourth leg, has some unlucky darts, McCoy keeps his head in the game, takes tops, wins a cork, takes out 82 with the 54 double 14.
Wow.
What a match.
What a match indeed. What's coming our way here? Let's figure it out. 1 second as I hop on over to the other one. It's going to be Eric Gregory taking on Dustin Holt here. And I think that actually played out on board number 4. So, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get that other semifinal. We're going to get the final instead. That's unfortunate, but I can't blame him as it was called at 7:57. So, full 20 minutes already played out. So, let me check it out here. And they already may have that match already in, as it looks like I think Dustin Holt was smacking Eric on the tuchus there, saying that he probably took the win.
Yeah, it looks like Eric's collecting an envelope.
All righty. So,
well, kudos to Eric Gregory for top 4 finish.
Yes,
if that is the case.
Indeed. All righty. Shark Tank Shootout. Your finals is next. It'll be Bob McCoy taking on Dustin Holt. Don't go anywhere, folks. William Stuart, Ryan Mooningham. We'll be right back with more coverage in just a moment. All righty, everybody. It's finals time here in Shawnee, Kansas, as it is our Shark Tank Shootout 501 Split Bull final here. Dustin Holt takes on Bob McCoy in a best-of-7 matchup. William Stuart here alongside me once again is Mr. Ryan Mooningham. Ryan, what do you anticipate from this final? We saw Bob already play one time. We saw him play against Garrett his last match. Beat Garrett 3-2.
The court is proving to be vital. Having that ton-plus start. If you can put those two factors, and actually in the last match, the middle round proved to be the crippler or the for either player in a situation. So you got to get the court, you got to throw strong, you got to stay strong, and then don't mess around on your checkouts. That outside wire will get you every time if you're not prepared.
Yeah, it certainly will. We'll see how this one happens. I mean, Dustin's been playing well. We all know the player that he is and the player he is capable of being. It's just kind of
Dustin
keeping
last
consistent.
Couple years is really, yeah. He's been playing a lot of steel tip, so
he should technically have a little advantage, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's it's going to be ton plus. It's the way you're going to win this. You might get lucky with a 60 turn and your opponent 60 turns, but if you go 60 or less, your opponent's ton plus. I mean, you could be out of it quick. What do you think? Is it going to be a 40 average to win this?
I would assume so. You would think. Maybe a 30, 38. Could see a high 30s win this. We'll figure it out here. Bob looking to try to add some pressure to the 1-2-4 for Dustin.
Ooh, just pulled it. Good recovery on the third dart. For the black. Boom! I got to do that. Boom!
So good stuff from Holt. 41.75 here in this first leg.
So my understanding over the years of corking on the soft tip board, you can't pull the darts if they're in the black unless it's the center hole. Is that correct for you, Will? Is what you know?
Yeah, but then again, I'm not the soft tip player that you are, bud. You play an awful lot of soft tip compared to me.
Because when you're playing the PDC cork or a WDF cork, you can pull that green or red. But I think on a soft tip board, the only dart you can pull is the center hole.
As James Henniger, Skulls gives us that is correct.
Yes, it's cork every leg. I was reading Jeremiah's comment.
Big 180. You said Jeremiah's comment?
You said it's cork every leg. I said, yes, Jeremiah, it is cork every leg.
All righty. Sorry, I had Garrett Rakowski and Steve Hilger pop in to say they're bidding me adieu. I guess they're saying, you sure you don't want to go to Whataburger? And I said, yeah, I'd rather have a PBJ sandwich, my guy. Oh, my goodness.
180 for Dustin Holt out of the gate. Does he back it up?
Let's see if he can. We'll zoom in on it. Nope, he won't. So maybe we'll just avoid it. I went to push the button, and it didn't work. So
maybe I should just shut up next time.
That old commentator's curse gets him once again.
Caleb Butler responds to my comment. The only reason to pull the center hole is so that the person can have a chance to tie you. I thought that was correct.
Yep. I mean, sometimes you're still. I mean, everybody has a different way of going about things, but that's pretty standard throughout the board. But I'm talking about like even with years of experience, it's always good to double check and such. But how about our viewership tonight?
Well,
been amazing. 350 plus, crawling up on that 400 mark.
Telling you what, USA Darts Production and Will Stuart brings them out.
Another one.
And speaking of bringing them out, speak of bringing them out, there's another 180.
That's just amazing.
Bob McCoy is not out of this.
No.
He himself has produced the 180, so right here's that turn that he displayed in the semifinals.
How about this? Come on,
Come
bud.
on, Bob. Give us another one. Boom! There it is, guys.
So pressure has been added. But will overcome. It looks certainly like it could just do that. And Ryan, two-dart checkout.
That's smooth. I mean, that was smooth, folks. 57, 24, 1-2, check. There it is in the black. Cannot pull.
I can see him give them a little more love to each other. We're going to get underway. Rocking the Hey Dudes is Bob McCoy. When are we going to get the Hey Dude sponsorship our way, as that is the signature shoe of darts right now, it seems like.
That is the signature shoe for about everything I see everywhere I go. And man, I do not own a pair. I swear, folks, I do not own a pair.
I will tell you this. I had a chance to try out some of the triple 20 shoes down in DPFL. There's a lot of hit or miss on those shoes, but man, they were actually pretty nice. They were pretty stable. I feel like I'm sturdy, and using those little angles, kind of cool. But I don't know. It's going to be hard to get over the Hey Dudes, you know.
Well, it's funny because if you look at all the jersey colors, they've got Hey Dudes matching their jerseys. Because they're down there, I get fairly inexpensive. I mean, I think they're around $60, $70. I don't know what exactly people are paying for them, but they're matching their jerseys a lot better with them.
Bob for another, gets another 180 for him, trying to put one on the board.
137 open, 180 follow.
It is
140 open.
I'll tell you what, it is nice to see these guys. There's no fist pumping going on, but they're still giving each other a little love when necessary. Big hits, they deserve a little love.
I mean, 40 and a 52. Does he go 180, or does he go triple 20, and then go straight to the 16s? What does he do?
Oh.
Nope, he just pulled it. Yeah, now he's just going to set it up.
He's still out in front.
57.
Looking promising. Now, I do fancy a 102, even with pressure on. There's so many ways you can go about that, but with pressure on, I mean, trip 16 is always my number on the 102.
Oh, yeah.
You can get away with that. So any number around it, you still have the checkout opportunity. He may need to do that here after that 180 from Dustin Holt. So if it's me, I'm looking trip 16. Like I said, everything around it can lead to a checkout opportunity. But to each their own here. Let's see how he goes about it. That's usually not one that a lot of people go for. It's a very conservative route.
51.
Oh, difficult.
Oh, he pulled it. He was going to go 57. We've already seen this once out of Dustin. Will we see it again?
Oh, man, it could be a two-darter, too, just like the last one.
Got to go to the 12 route.
Yeah.
In the black.
Oh. Take a quick view of our side view there. Do need to work in that cutaway shot. How about this from Bob? He could do it on double 12 and does so. Great shot from Bob. Let's take a look at that replay. Almost identical to the one before.
We've got a best of 7. It's 2-1. Still got a cork. That's twice Dustin's been out of the bull ring.
How about that? Bob actually choosing to move over for that dart. Did you see that?
Yeah, it could be right in his line of sight. I was sitting there thinking, because when a dart sticks in a soft tip board, unless the tip is weak, it's usually going to fly like straight in your line of sight.
Yeah.
So you typically move more. A lot of times, a player on a steel tip board will have that darts arced up where you can get underneath it pretty easily.
Well, here we go. Bob to lead us off in leg number 4. We're getting some love in our chat in regards to streaming other events. We appreciate that love. We definitely try our hardest to put on a good production here and have some great commentators join us as well. Thanks to Mr. Ryan Mooneyham for joining me virtually right now. He's actually there from the comfort of his home in Springfield, Missouri. So pretty cool that you were able to jump on and help us out here tonight, Ryan. So thank you, sir.
Well, I wanted to be at Shark Tank somehow. I haven't missed one yet until this year.
Yeah, it's unfortunate you couldn't be in attendance to Rec Shop here this weekend, as I believe you could, but we'll move on to the next event. I know you've been getting a lot of practice in with your son-in-law or future son-in-law, maybe.
Yeah, next weekend, depending on how my back holds up, is Blueberry Hill.
Yeah, is that one you need to attend if you are in the area, even if you're not. Mark it down. Blueberry Hill, one of those iconic venues that is just amazing. A must go to.
Well, here we are in leg number 4, and both players have started slow. We've seen some big checkouts. We've seen some big ton turns, and leg 4, we're just a little bit on the slow side. Who's going to have the big ton turn?
This could be the big one here. It's not going to get into a checkout no matter what, but it's a significant amount of pressure added to Dustin's throw here. And he can get 2 on the spin similar to Dustin, and then Dustin's going to feel a lot of pressure having that done to him.
It's that middle round. Does he drop down to the 19s?
Did want to take a look at this view here. The setup of Bob. Kind of you can see he's very sturdy. Just a little bit of movement towards the end of his throw there, kind of upward angle. Oh my gosh. The one and only Olivia Terry just surprised the heck out of me. Oh. Olivia, quality shot. Of course, you know Olivia, don't you, Ryan?
Yeah, I met her at Booyaka.
Yeah, she's a quality shot there. Illinois, right? Ohio. I had to give her
You were
it.
way
I
off.
had to give her it. I had to give her it. You went to Toledo, right? Yeah, so Olivia actually a Toledo basketball player, if I'm not mistaken. She just looked at me in the dead into my soul and said, "You damn right, son.
We
You
got
damn
tops
right."
here?
Oh, no.
What did he do?
He just went bull and busted.
Oh, what did he? 19 left him 100. Trip 20 left tops, and he goes right at the heart.
He thought he had 129.
Yep, he did.
Or he thought he had 127. Holy, no, 129, sorry. My
129
goodness
was that
gracious.
checkout. He busted it.
That is unfortunate.
That happens. And that happens.
Dustin could take clear
Trip 20.
advantage here.
Well, I can tell you he'll know the route this time because he gets another look.
Yeah, he's even
He threw the right dart.
double checking here. I mean, it was in. It was in the double bull. I mean, that was
It
getting
just
shot
wasn't the
if
right
it would have been a
checkout.
129.
Okay, buddy, here, trip 20. Not going to go. I'd be frustrated too. I mean, we all make those mistakes on the board. It happens to the best of the world.
Yeah, it does, but I don't know. It's just take a look. If I'm him, take a look at that that scoreboard. But if you're just confident and you don't take a look and you're going right at it, I mean, it is what it is. He's still getting a look here. 60-20 for tops for Bob to kind of mess around with it and still get the advantage possibly.
Boy, we've made a mess of this leg, gentlemen.
We have really made a mess of this one, haven't we? There's no denying it. Sometimes
We have
it just happens like that.
41 winners every leg, and then we've made a mess with this one here. And I don't know if either player wants it. Do they want it? Surely Dustin's going to want to check it out here.
Dustin
Yeah, he's
can't
even
even
laughing
believe
about it.
He can't even believe what's happening right now. Bob just threw down his darts on the
Unfortunately,
table.
I do the same thing. I would pull away, go get a drink, take a deep breath, and go up and say, okay, let's get back on track, folks.
Garrett Rakowski in the chat right now just biting at his nails as he wish he would have had some of this action. Dustin does pull it off, though, after all. As it's a 3-1 lead, and you can see him going, I'm sorry, man, I shouldn't have won that one. Well, coulda, shoulda, woulda. You both messed around with it, and someone had to find it eventually, gentlemen. Let's just be real about it. Harsh, but real.
Right in the black.
Oh, my.
Ooh, that's a
Hello,
tie.
gentlemen. Let's go again.
Ooh.
I think that's 2 holes out, maybe 1. Looks like 2, though. And Bob's going to get the throw here. Once again, big shout out to Sharks Restaurant and Billiards. If you have not been up here, you definitely want to come check it out, folks. Quality food, quality entertainment. They've got pool and darts, whether it be steel tip or soft tip. Come on out, check it out.
Just managing 81 on that turn. 10 plus here for Dustin Hope puts him right out in the driver's seat, right where he needs to be. Both of them started out really, really good in this match. Have we lost focus?
We could have lost a little focus. To be honest, I mean, maybe we got a little complacent. I don't know. I mean, we've all been there. I mean, a tournament's a tournament. This is their probably 5th round,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Well, they started at 6:30 and it's 8:47. They've been on the boards the whole time.
Yep. It has gone quick.
Nice
though.
cover shot there.
Let's be honest. Compared to a round robin format, this has gone very quick in the single elimination format.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But you're also getting your weekend going. Maybe they're just establishing some groove. I can't say that because they've had all night to establish a groove. They should have been here warming up, practicing, whatnot. Mike Maloney, how many players is he asking? I think only 57 this evening, so a little bit lower than our last year's. Of course, we don't have your Leonard Gates, your Jules Van Dongen this year. They are overseas competing. Of course, we want to wish Leonard Gates some luck for tomorrow or this weekend's senior event, as well as Jules Van Dongen. And how about Danny Jansen? We'll wish him a little luck as well.
Hoping he has a good turn. He's playing well. He just had some unlucky either an unlucky dart or someone just came out of the gate red hot. I mean, that's PDC darts.
That's how it goes, man. You get one shot. If you don't take it and you miss, you probably are out.
Does he go 51-51 or does he go the 20s route?
He's going 20 route. I fancy the
Gotta go to the
51-51 there.
Danny and I argued that the other night. I was like, well, why don't you go trip 20? He goes, no, 51-51 tops. One dart, two dart, check.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with him.
Less movement, and also you avoid that double 11. I can't do the double 11. Inside, you're done. How about this? Double 5. Wow. Bob McCoy makes it interesting here in our final 3-2.
We're not done. Bob grabs this leg. We'll get a decider. Let's see how that cork goes. The cork's been huge.
Matt Stoner joining us, saying hello, Stuart, and the better part of the team, Ryan Mooningham. Well, you are not lying there, Matt. Thanks for joining us.
I am lucky to be a part of it, and I'm lucky to be a part of it at this fashion too. This is a very fun and exciting thing to be able to do and be a part of. And, you know, being able to do this from home this year is still keeps me in the action for Shark Tank.
Well, it is a little bit more difficult having the grandbaby and whatnot. And, I mean, jobs, we all got those as well. We can't forget about that. So, Dustin, though, starting us off as he will gather a low ton of 125.
He shook his hands like, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take that 125 open. McCoy can 1080 here. Let's see it.
This would be huge. Huge indeed. Big 180 for Bob as he tries to tie us up here and make it 3-3 to go to a last leg decider.
To the 18s. Nope, back to the 20.
Yeah, looking for another number here. Then he goes up top once again. Good recovery with the 99.
Got a triple.
Yeah.
234, 222. I know we get the old pistols at the stream. This has been the round that's been the decider for these matches tonight. Is who turns right here. Come on, give us another one.
Yes. Big 180 for Bob. He will get the first look at 42.
Can Dustin match him?
I feel he's going to.
Give us another one.
He's going to. Oh, man, I love it. 180, 180.
I wish
42.
I was up there screaming 180 on a microphone.
Oh, my goodness. Here we go. 10 for
10-6.
32.
10 or 6.
We've got a decider, Ryan. Well, who's it going to be? Dustin Holt or Bob McCoy? $400 on the line, $250 for second. Who's going to take home the money? That is the question. Let's find out together, folks. Who you got in the chat?
Here comes that deadly cork. Who's
Let us
got
know.
the cork?
See Bob really taking his time here. I think
Mark Lacombe, our statistician in the background. 4 1080s for Dustin Hope, 3 1080s for Bob McCoy. And
Yes.
guess what? It's going to be a Dustin Holt start.
Thank you, Mark. We appreciate that. You saw Bob really wasn't happy with that dart there of Dustin's. He had to move over to the left-hand side of the Aki to try to make that work. But here we go. Can he lead us off once again with a doozy? Dustin Holt does it.
Call it out, Will.
Big 180 from Dustin Holt.
Oh, come on, Bob. Come on, stay there. Give us a ton plus.
Holt just below. I was curious if he might move around there with that one. Doesn't feel it's quite blocked, so pounds in the 140.
180, 140. That's a pretty darn good start after 6 starts. A lot of pressure on Bob right here. Goes for the cover shot on the 18s. Only manages 18. Just 98 on the turn. 180 for Dustin. He can take his time and set up for a good check.
Yeah, no real pressure added to this dart, so he just pounds in another one. Great shot to set up a 56 look after 9.
Bob has no choice, but he's going to have to be big turn here, big turn. He can do it. He's been doing it. Come on, give us another one.
Oh, my goodness, a 180 again. We're getting spoiled here in this one.
For the win.
Dustin Holt pulls it off, ladies and gentlemen. Here at the Shark Tank Shootout, the Shark Tank Dart Tournament. Dustin Holt ends up grabbing the title here. Let's take a look at the replay. 16 for tops, and he does it. You see the big fist pump there for him. What do you think, Ryan?
Final leg, 180, 140, I believe it was 120, 125, and then 56 for the check. So pretty impressive final leg there. Corks, it came down to that cork. Who was winning the cork was holding the leg, and Dustin got that final cork, and he proved why he just won the shootout.
That is the truth. Well, unfortunately, that's going to do it for us this evening. We will have some more coverage, of course, tomorrow. I'm guessing our coverage is going to begin around, oh, my goodness, I just throw it at people. 12 o'clock is probably when our coverage is going to begin. We've got women's doubles, non-pro doubles, and pro cricket at that's going to start 10:30, 11, and 11:30. So we'll kind of let those all get it around in, and then we should be good to go. But that's probably what we got schedule-wise tomorrow. Before we have singles.
Good numbers tonight, Mr. Will. Good,
yeah,
good
some
content.
pretty good numbers, to be honest. We want to thank you guys for joining us. Ryan, thank you for taking time out of your day and joining us as well. We appreciate it, man.
Oh, looking forward to the weekend. I will be in and out as time allows and streams allow and events allow, and we should have a really good weekend for you.
I love it. I love it. All righty, guys. Take care. We'll see you guys tomorrow for more action from the 2023 Shark Tank Dart Tournament here in Shawnee, Kansas. William Stuart, Ryan Mooningham. Take care, folks.